Welcome into the DLLS Cowboys Podcast on a Monday. Oh, nice and fresh. Nice and fresh on a Monday. Competition or chaos going on at left tackle. Cowboy players talking about Christian Parker, defining the roles of some of the young players. All the things about your Cowboy starts. Meow. Everybody, welcome into today's DLLS Cowboys Podcast. We're here for you 5 days a week, getting you set six, really, counting the mini pod. Get you 6 times a week talking Cowboys. And this week, we're one of those, we're going to be at WinStar World Casino and Resort.
Give me 20 on the yo.
This Thursday, June 11th, our show is going to be at WinStar. We'll be at the Dallas Cowboys Bar Grill. We were there when we did our draft show for night one of the draft, and it was wonderful. Great food, great drinks, great vibes. You're at WinStar. You can just go have yourself a time. So join us this Thursday at WinStar World Casino.
Catch us by the pool.
Catch us by the pool. Catch us in the Cavanaugh by the pool.
The pool.
Wednesday.
Catch me by the pool, baby.
Do some planks. And
Yeah.
Pump a little bit. Get ready.
Catch me by the pool.
I'm going to do my push-up before the show.
I got my Hoochie Daddy shorts on today. You can't see because I'm behind the desk. I will have my Hoochie Daddy shorts on.
That's nice.
At the pool.
Get my tan on.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Let's start the show. Hi, everybody. My name is Jeff.
He's a white man.
I am. I'm next to former Cowboy wide receiver Jesse Holley.
He's a black man.
He is.
I'm proud of it.
You are. And he is next to the greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys, Mr. Clarence Hill.
He's a black man.
That's accurate.
Yeah, that's accurate.
It's a 2-in-1 situation. John's got my back over there. I saw Nate Bargatze this weekend. He's my favorite comedian.
Oh, I like him.
And he said something about all the stuff he wastes money on, and he was like, did the 23andMe. And you know, when we do it, we're just looking for a little bit of something. A little bit of something to tell people. Got a little something. He's like, yeah, came back white. So just didn't have anything
all the way in there.
Just gave all my information away, hoping to be able to say something. Can't say
all your information away.
Just gave all of it.
Jay Phil, you're absolutely right. This is synergy right here. This is synergy. No one planned to all wear white T-shirts today, and it just all happened to work itself out. That's what you call synergy. That's what you call when you got working coworkers that you love each other, you know each other. Yeah. It just happens that way.
As Josh Hamilton once said, we love each other and really mean it. That's what he said one time.
And cocaine's good.
What?
That's what he said.
Oh, he never said that verbatim. I don't think. His actions would tell you, perhaps.
Probably.
I would have worn my my Texas Tech tee to battle Clarence if I'd known the ruling that was coming today. Congrats to the Red Raiders. You can gamble on your own team and your own sport in college sports and keep playing.
That's crazy.
Tyler Guyton is battling for his job right this second. I don't know if it's right this second, but throughout the offseason, it has been made official in the public, right to everybody, that Tyler Guyton is in a competition at left tackle with Nate Thomas and anyone else that would like to try out to be the left tackle of the Dallas Cowboys. The question on the table is, does that lead to competition or chaos?
I don't want to ride the fence, but I want to say both.
Both
of them. And the reason why I want to say both of them because
I don't like this.
I'm not a fence rider. I usually pick a side and I stay there.
I don't like this. You know the worst part about this, Clarence? Jesse came in and said, I got a segment idea for you.
I do.
A little competition or chaos.
Yeah.
So but his idea,
I know.
And his answer is, I don't know.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'll pick a side. It's chaos.
Okay.
Brian Schottenheimer has fallen at times into the media, gotta say something because sometimes saying nothing is okay. And
as soon as we get off work, I embrace that for the rest of the day, every day.
This is caused chaos because you know what's going to happen every time they have OTA practice tomorrow, right? And we'll be out there.
Us.
we will be out there.
Us.
And you know what we'll be looking for?
Guyton
Who's playing left tackle? When we get to minicamp next in 2 weeks, who's playing left tackle? What are they doing at left tackle? And it's going to become an absolute S-storm throughout the minicamps, throughout the training camp, until they come to a decision. And now we'll also be looking at, was it a fair competition? Every day we're going to be looking at what happened at left tackle. When we do the joint practices, when you do the preseason games, until we get to a defined role in September about who is your starting left tackle, it will be chaos about this. And then also, I don't believe, and this is not, I want to say this very clear, this is not a personal attack because I don't make personal attacks on people. I only critique your game and talk about your game. I never talk about anyone personally on air.
What about Scandrick?
On air. I'm glad you said on air. I'm glad you said on air.
On air.
I'm glad you said on air. Okay.
On air.
Scandrick
doesn't count. He's a coward. But I don't make personal attacks on air about people. I talk about your game and I critique your game. And for Tyler Guyton, I don't know if mental strength is his strong suit. So when you're head coach, you're already battling this thing. You're battling the media. You're battling the hype of being a first-round pick. You're battling everything that comes behind it. You know, Tyron Smith has been there for so long. It was, the Cowboys have notoriously had really good left tackles. And then now you step into that role as a first-round pick. You're battling that, and you haven't lived up to the hype. And so that's enough pressure. And then now your head coach comes out and says, there's a competition going on at left tackle.
That's right.
What's the only spot that he said there's a competition about? Mm-hmm. He didn't say it about anywhere else. Not tight end, not running back, not linebacker, not defensive back, not safety, nowhere else. He came out and he vehemently said that we will have a competition at left tackle. Don't know if that's going to help the guy that's probably ultimately going to get the job. But I think it created a little bit of chaos.
Yeah. You hope it does, because I agree. Like, I don't actually. I just don't know, because I'm not.
Oh, so you're both too?
No.
So you're both too.
No.
So you get on me about being both, and now you don't know.
I'm not both at all.
Because when I presented it, you were like, you know what?
I was going to toss it up to Clarence.
Okay,
a little bit.
I know where this is going.
Because
I know where this is going. This is
what I was going to say.
This is the host thing right here.
I don't know Tyler Guyton at all. I've never spoken to him. And just from body language and interviews, I agree with you about saying this is a competition and wondering, is that going to help or hurt the guy that you want to win the competition? Because most of me says, whatever, dude, you haven't been good enough. Mm-hmm. So we're going to say it, and we're going to treat our team in that way because we should. But then the other part of me is like, is that bad for the guy that you want to win?
Right.
Is he actually built for that? And so that I don't know, because I've never met the guy. There's your layup.
I know if it was 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. I was doing
I've been keeping a running clock.
I'm just curious.
I've actually been clocking it over the last month. And right now you owe about 36 passes over you. So I took one.
Come on, guys. Let's be real. This is football. Okay?
Right.
This is football. It's not chaos. It ain't even really competition. Nate Thomas is not a competition. He's trying to light a fire under Tyler Guyton. Whether it works or not, we'll see. But if if this is too much pressure, then you got the wrong guy anyway. If this is too much pressure, then what are we doing? The goal is to put the best 5 out there. And I know for Tyler Smith's career, it's best for him to stay at guard because he has a chance to be on a Hall of Fame track at guard.
Right.
But what's best for this football team? Again, I've been there a long time. I've seen the Cowboys have a nickel tackle where they took a guy started left tackle on running downs and passing downs. They would move Larry Allen to tackle in the middle of a damn game. Okay? You do what's best for your team to win. You do what's best for your team right now because you know what? You know why the season is the most important? Because it's the next one.
Why? You forgot the why. You got to say why.
It's the next season.
It's the next one.
What we're focusing on is this season. What's best for the 2027 Cowboys to have the most success? If that means putting Tyler Smith out there and putting
2026.
26, my bad. Yeah. If that means putting Tyler Smith out there at left tackle, and you have several options to play guard, several proven options to play guard that are better options than Nate Thomas. I mean, think your alternative. You got Hennessy. You got T.J. Bass. Those are better options at guard than Nate Thomas is at tackle. Let's be honest about it.
I agree with that.
Huh?
I agree with that.
You know, those are better. And with Tyler Smith out there, is that your best 5? That's the goal. Not to make somebody happy, not to prove somebody was right in the draft and worry about making a draft mistake. It's about what's the best 5 for this team. So I don't see it as competition. I don't see it as chaos. I see it as football, doing the right thing for the football team to win in 2026. Get this damn 30-year monkey off your back. That's all that should matter. Not feelings, not draft position, not how it looks, not all of the other stuff. Put the best damn players on the field and get the 30-year monkey off your back. We worry about the wrong thing too much.
What is the gap? What is the gap from Tyler Smith and Tyler Guyton at left tackle opposed to Bass or Hennessy? The gap between Bass and Hennessy and Tyler Smith at guard, and the gap between Tyler Smith and Tyler Guyton at tackle.
You want me to make up a guess of grading them like PFF style? I would say,
or you could do like kind of the hand thing.
I do Tyler Smith as a guard on a scale of 100 is like a 95.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Smith as a tackle on a scale of 100, I think, is probably like a 70.
Okay.
And then TJ Bass as a guard, we'd go from 95 to
70.
65.
Okay.
And then we would go at left tackle up to 70 from like a 50. And so I think I just went down technically. I don't know, but I at least eliminated the lowest number. And so my thing is, if they really think that Tyler Guyton can't play, then they failed the offseason.
Correct.
If your real backup plan is, hey, if it doesn't work out, we're going to move our all-pro, then I just think you failed the offseason. There's different ways at different times of the year to add players, and if you're going to go in thinking you don't have a left tackle, but that's okay because we can move our all-pro guard, and we've got a backup guard that's a pretty good backup, I just think it's a bad plan. And so in my brain, I'm just like, hey, Tyler Guyton, please be okay.
You know, I was trying. I'm sorry.
Oh, see,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was trying to find a difference because you asked about the difference, and I'm trying to find it. I can't find the PFF grades for Tyler Smith.
Oh, I don't want theirs. That's why I gave mine.
Okay, I'm just comparing apples to apples.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the PFF grades on Tyler Guyton and left tackle? What PFF grades on Tyler Smith? I know there's something I'm just seeing real quickly because I've been looking for this 2 weeks, but at left tackle, the last 3 games he had high praise, allowed 1 sack and 5 pressures over the final 3 games. I don't know what that looks like for Tyler Guyton, but it's not like he's been bad. I mean, we get so caught up in he's an all-pro, Pro Bowl left tackle. Left guard. I don't know. I think he's better than I don't think he's Tyron Smith, but Tyron Smith is better than at left tackle. And we keep acting like he's just I
think he's all right.
I think
he might be better than all right. Maybe he's between all right and good. Maybe he's good-ish.
Right.
Maybe he's good-ish.
But is Tyler Guyton good-ish?
No.
Okay, so that's what we're talking about, really.
We want Tyler Guyton to be bad-ish.
and I also, the concern I do have, because there is a movement concern. When I talk about a movement concern, there is a different level of type of footwork, planting, anchoring, all of that from guard to tackle. The athlete that you're defending is different. The movement is different. And when you've trained your body for a certain style of movement, when you do a drastic change, that lends to injury.
Zach Martin got hurt when he moved to tackle.
And so I look at that as well, and I go, over a 17-game period, if you make the Tyler Smith move, will his body, knees, hips, groins, back, shoulders, arms, ankles, feet, make that adjustment as well? You know what I'm saying? Because now if you lose Tyler Smith at left tackle because of injury, now you look around and you go, uh-oh, really screwed.
That would be bad.
Who's a better athlete?
Out of
Tyler Guyton, actually.
like
I'm
if
just
we-
asking.
Yeah, like in a combine setting.
Yeah, I'm just asking. I don't
Guyton
know.
probably.
Guyton, probably, yeah.
Coming up next, Cowboy players talking Christian Parker. What are we learning about the new DC? We do it next. You can predict the playoff action all the way through the finals with FanDuel Predicts. All you got to do, sign up and you get your $25 bonus, and then you follow all of the playoff dishes, the swishes, the wishes, the misses. Every move is a potential plot twist. Predict the spread, total points, even the game-winning moments that make the postseason where one run, one rebound, one shot changes everything. From opening tip to the final buzzer, stay locked in with every pass, every play, every moment that moves us closer to crowning a champion. Sign up now for your $25 bonus on FanDuel Predicts. Offered by FanDuel Prediction Markets, LLC, a registered futures commission merchant, 18 and up. Bonus is non-withdrawable and expires 7 days after receipt. Trading derivatives involves significant risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Manage your activity with our consumer protection tools. Restrictions apply. See terms at FanDuel.com/predicts/bonus-offer-terms. Also, a shout out to our friends at Fanatics. The Fanatics app is your all-in-one destination for every part of your sports fandom. Get official gear for your favorite teams and players, including the latest drops, exclusive releases, must-have merch, all in one place. You want you a Caleb Downs jersey? Guess who's got that? Fanatics app, all the official gear you need. It's right there on the Fanatics app, and it's also more than just shopping. You can play free daily games in the app to earn fan cash, which you can spend on jerseys, game tickets, collectibles, and more. It's all right there in one place. It's all built for fans just like us. So yeah, if you want something that is official from one of your favorite teams, they got it for you right there. So you download the Fanatics app and start cashing in on your fandom. Cruise around on there. Find the things that you want. Find the things that you need. You're trying to go to a game. You got to be looking right. You got to have official gear. You got to have the right jersey. You got to have the real stuff. It's the Fanatics app. App access is open to all. 21 and up to play. No purchase necessary. U.S. only. Void where prohibited. Welcome back. It's the DLLS Cowboys Podcast. Let's knock out a super chat before we get into Cowboy players talking about Christian Parker. Austin's in the super chat. Normally, the best defenses play free. With Parker's known meticulousness, is there any fear that his defense may become too detailed and inadvertently place a ceiling on the defense? Well, last year, it was as simple as it gets, and they were all wrong. So I think they just need it to be harder. That's how they'll focus. They need it to be a little more complicated or something. Sure, right? There's if you're trying to do things that are harder, more complicated, more involved, there's more reacting to different situations. You run the risk that if you have players that can't handle it, you can have guys that are lost. But I think in theory, it's just up to the teacher to get to the students that it's not hard. We're trying to make we're going to make it hard for them, but we know what we're doing. Mm-hmm. For us, this isn't hard. We're making his job hard.
I think that with the level of complication and communication and the meticulousness in it all, this is why I know there's a ton of people out here, and I've fought with a lot of people over time about who should and should not play in preseason games now. This is one of those years where a lot of those guys need to play in preseason. And this is the year that you kind of actually have to be patient heading into the season, because it's going to take, like, you don't interject 20 new players, 10 new coaches, a complete new scheme in a 5-month offseason. And by the time you get to 6-month offseason, by the time you get to September, everything's a full go.
Yeah, I'm going Jerry on this one, though. I don't have time for a bad time.
I'm just telling you, it's going to take some time to add all.
You got 2 weeks when we play bum 1 and bum 2. Week 3, we got to be cooking.
You're talking about adding rookies, free agents, and return guys. 3 different sets of groups of people coming into this one new atmosphere, new coaches, new terminology, new coaching styles, new coaching speed, new coaching language, new coaching checks. And then now you have to put all that into play and get it to like now. OTAs, you could do it out your hour and a half, your 90 minutes. You get in, you get out. A lot of it has to be film room. A lot of it has to be on the own personal player to go in it, to studying it. And then you get to training camp and you got to do what you got to do in that short amount of time with all the players that you have there. And then put it all in the season. And when those live bullets start to flying and you want that communication to be clear, that just takes time. It just takes time to get all of that, under wraps when, like you said, like we've already talked about, one of the players that you're going to be looking for to having a significant role has never played a single down in the National Football League.
I ain't worried about him. I ain't worried about him.
I do got an addendum, and listen, everybody loves Caleb Down.
Uh-oh. You have to put your hand like this for whatever you're about to say.
No.
Before you do it, turn your mic towards your mouth.
Yeah, because you're about to tear him down on live.
You're about to do a social clip.
Yeah,
so
this is going to be a
it
clip.
good.
So tell us what you're about to tell.
No, I'm just saying everybody loves Caleb Downs, but he is a rookie. He's not been perfect. He's been getting routed up. He's had his bumps out at the Cowboys since the veterans been out there, from CD, from Ferguson. They've all gave him a welcome to the NFL moment. The good thing about Caleb, like they talk about, he's in the film room. He doesn't pout. He doesn't fall apart. He just goes and learns and studies. And everything they said about him, like last week we talked about, we couldn't find Caleb in the film room. He's watching. He's studying. But the idea that he's going to come out and be the best safety in the league as a rookie, we got to stop that.
I'd be like third or fourth best.
Don't do that.
I'd just be like third or fourth best.
I mean, the idea.
Just say what I want you to say. Because we got a what on Caleb Downs?
We got to see it. I mean, but that's what I always get. But that go like, you act like that's rocket science. You act like you. Who? I'm just saying though. But the idea that we're going.
I keep telling y'all. I'm not afraid to be bold and say things on my own. Because they eventually come around to it. Jeff came around to it last week, and now Clarence coming around to it this week. See, I say stuff. Y'all kick my back in. Oh, Jesse, he rah. But these two jokers, they eventually come around.
First of all,
they come home.
The first of all,
when is Father's Day? 2 weeks?
First of all,
2 weeks from now? They come home to daddy.
This was my social clip, first of all. You just jumped in.
No, we got it already.
No, it was my social clip. But secondly, why are you acting like your thoughts is breaking new ground? Rocky said, hey, we got to see it.
Because y'all fight me so much when I say certain things.
Said quit. You were purposely dumping water in the whole situation. Jeff, was he not? Was he purposely trying to be that guy? It goes without saying.
It does not. Caleb's gonna be great.
It goes without saying.
I'm old enough to remember a couple weeks ago when Jesse's buddy who trained Caleb called, and once he hung up, he went, "Damn it, you're right, Hall of Famer, right now."
Right, exactly. That's what happened.
Now turn around again and just
stop, man.
And again,
stop, man.
Let's not.
Shout out to my boy Will Sullivan.
And again, I hope all of this gets played, but we're not saying Caleb is bad or has been bad. But he's had his moments. Like anybody's going to have his moments. Yeah, but the idea that he's going to come out and just be the difference maker and make the defense great, we got to stop that. He's going to be a good player. He's a good player, and they like it. As Machado said last week, great quote, he does not make the same mistake twice. But don't act like he's infallible and won't make mistakes.
He's perfect. Here's some Cowboy players talking Christian Parker.
Christian Parker, what has that been like, and getting to learn from him? And you've had different coordinators in your career. What stands out about him?
Oh, just his confidence. His knowledge of the secondary, his knowledge of up front, how to, basically maximize his players, how to, free guys up, create one-on-ones, how to, give certain looks, make it look the same, out of different packages, things like that. But just his football knowledge, man, just his confidence. Got to have confidence to be a great defense coordinator. In
terms of being this guy's on defense, it's secondary and linebackers obviously got to be on the same page. How just in-depth and detailed has Christian Parker been trying to build that right now?
Night and day. From the first time we was able to start, installing, it's been, talking about the, back end to the front, how we all work together, how all 11 guys be on the same page, speaking the same language, and we having walkthroughs, having practices now, day in and day out. The intentionality to, get better and be on top of the details is been that way. So the energy that we have right now, we just got to keep on rolling and keep going.
Can you tell us what you like about CP and obviously the scheme you're talking about, going by the 3-4, but what is the moves they made in the offseason, what excites you about this team being better on defense?
All the way around, man. Like you said, 90% of this whole entire defensive staff is turned over, and the guys we brought in from coaches all the way down to the players is unbelievable, man. And the scheme itself, man, you got to see around the league, man. A people who run the same scheme has unbelievable success. You got the Rams, you got Denver, you got the Philadelphia Eagles, and Seattle Seahawks kind of run the similar scheme. So New England Patriots kind of run the similar scheme. So all the top defenses in the league kind of run the scheme, and super excited the way that CP runs it, the meticulous he is, man, the detail he home in, and to be around a great group of guys. So
Tell me about this scheme with CP brings. What do you like about it, and will this make a difference? It's going to take you off from 32nd to.
Yeah, I think it will. Honestly, I have full confidence in Coach CP. I think he brings a really good spark and energy to the room. His scheme, I would say, it'll have me, I guess, more so on the edge. I was just talking about it earlier. It's not necessarily a big position change. Defensive and outside linebacker, pretty much the same thing. I think, it might be a little bit more dropping every now and again. Definitely not every play, but we'll be, able to rush the passer, get outside. We got, real good D tackles in there too to stop the run, so we'll be stout up front.
I gotta get back in the gym.
Quentin is a massive human being.
I was thinking Ezraku, the cutoff sweatshirt, the cutoff hoodie.
Yeah,
that's a good look.
Yeah,
but you got to be.
I told you
have a
guys,
little something.
people killed me on Twitter because of the way I've said it, but like,
Yeah, you did.
Ezraku,
it was kind of paused.
Ezraku, man, thick. It's gotten thicker.
You can't say
2 C's.
You can't do
You notice that he also didn't pretend that people who he doesn't know all that well, he isn't comfortable just calling them by a nickname. He said Coach CP. Whereas you thought, like, hey, as soon as he got hired, that's CP. And to me, saying that is very familiar. And I'm not that familiar. Coach Parker.
But he was making a point about him calling the man thick. Like, you like them thick like Latinos? They were saying he liked them thick football players. I was sure. I mean, you just skipped over the part where
defensive players in the box.
Thick players.
Defensive players in the box.
Thick boy.
It starts with your thickness.
Can't say that, except we have audio of Clarence saying the thing they're not allowed to say.
Yeah.
That's a big, thick boy.
It starts with the thickness in your butt and in your thighs. That is where defensive power is stored.
Size, package.
That's what I like in my defensive players. Yes.
You like shot. You like big butts.
Absolutely.
And thighs.
A power bottom is where it starts in football.
Stop it.
Yeah, that's where.
Jake, stop it.
That is where it starts because you want to win the leverage
You trying to
battle.
get swallowed?
Power bottom. You need power right there. And so if we got some of that, that's nice.
But have you seen? And he looks great. And listen, he looks like he's gained weight. He looks great. Did you see Barham? The picture of Barham next to him?
Yeah, he looks like he's bigger. And that can't be possible because Barham, like, he's taller.
He's taller.
But if Barham and Ezraku, the way that picture looked, if it's right, then Barham would be like 270. Like that dude looked like a monster.
He's a big boy. And so you just like, I just need that in his disposition.
And his helmet has to be 2X.
It's just that he got that. That's how you want your defensive players to look. Like, he don't take nothing.
Yeah, you want to be afraid of him when you look at him.
Yes, you look like. I mean, like we used to go to the locker room. Like, I ain't talking to Charles Hayden today. I mean, 'cause he just not a friendly. I remember Alonzo Spellman. Do I really want to go up here and ask him a question? Yeah, he's some big mean dudes. But that's what you want the defense to look like. But getting back to the one thing that we left out, they talked about the 3-4 as well. Certainly they love Quentin. I mean, not Quentin, but love CP, Christian Parker, Coach CP,
Coach Parker. Yeah.
And what he's bringing, but his meticulousness is, I think Quentin was talking about, how he's meticulous and how he runs it and teaches it and everything else, and they love that. But they also love the 3-4. When he talked about the 3-4 and all the teams that run the 3-4, Quentin talked about I ran the 3-4 in high school. I mean, in college at Alabama. And something that I'm familiar with and like. And Gary talked about the 3-4, and certainly you saw. Ezraku talking about being on the outside edge, and we talked to a month ago. I'm like, who's the nose tackle that came from Green Bay?
Kenny Clark.
Kenny Clark. I talked to Kenny Clark about the same thing, and he said he's going to be the nose, and not the 4-eye guy.
Yeah, I tried to tell people that, but they didn't want to hear
I know
it.
people don't want to, but he's going. Obviously going to play other positions,
right? But
his main position is the nose. But they do like the 3-4. And is there something to? I remember when Parcells came in and changed the 4-3 to the 3-4. Is the best defense a 3-4? Is that what the better teams are running? Is that what y'all are seeing?
Answer the question.
Yeah.
With 15 seconds left to go.
I'm turned this way talking to you guys. I'm trying to get insight from experts. You're the damn expert, okay?
Most of them.
We want to hear what you got to say.
Time's up.
Time's up.
Coming up next, we'll see if we answer Clarence's question or if we talk about Cowboys taking over some new roles and who's ready for it next. Let's chat about our guys at Shady Rays for just a hot second. Shady Rays is what's on my face right now. These are my sonnies from Shady Rays. I love them. They're the best in the business. Love me some Shady Rays. They have all different styles, colors, all sorts of things. Whatever you're looking for, they got you at Shady Rays. Now, you also know the moment in the world. I just got back from a vacation. I wore my Shady Rays. I jumped into the Adriatic Sea with my Shady Rays on because I'm not afraid with my Shady Rays. You accidentally leave them at a gas station. You accidentally break them on a hike. Whatever it is. They changed the game. You got your sunnies. They're made for real life. They're good looking. They're polarized. They're durable. They're not stupidly expensive. That's Shady Rays. And the wild part, if you lose or break them, even on day one, Shady Rays is going to send you a brand new pair. No guilt trip, just replacements. So now you can wear your Shady Rays. You can actually wear your sunglasses wherever you go. You're on the boat, you're at a concert, whatever. Go to shadyrays.com, and if you use the code SRDLLS, you'll get 40% off 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses. Also, a salute to our friends at Prize Picks. The NBA Finals are going on. Got a game tonight. And the action doesn't stop when the confetti falls and the NBA crowns a champion. Perhaps Jalen Brunson and friends who should still be here. It's a star-studded, scorching summer of sports. Women's basketball, baseball, heating up. We got the world's biggest soccer tournament on American soil. We got MMA fights on the White House lawn. Make your picks for all these events and more on Prize Picks, America's #1 sports app. I can make all my picks in the same app at Prize Picks. America's #1 sports picks app. It's available in all 50 states. And we do have the NBA Finals going on right now. Get in on that action. Make your picks on everything from points to rebounds and dunks and three-pointers, fantasy score, whatever. Before the NBA champion is crowned, Prize Picks is a preferred partner of the NBA. Download the app today. Use the code DLLS to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. That's DLLS. Get you $50 instantly in lineups when you play that first $5. Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA. This is the DLLS Cowboys Podcast. Smash the like button, please. You see Cowboys Chill in the chat is requesting that you guys hit the like button. It's going to be a tall order with sitting at 108 right now to get to 200 before the end of the show, but it sure would be nice if you could do your part to help us get there. That would be nice. Let's hit that one from Top Cowboys. He's in there in the chat. It said, any chance the Browns want an extra draft pick or two and we'll give up Jared Verse? No. No. I get the goal is winning the Super Bowl. So if the Rams win the Super Bowl this year, we'll say that they made a great trade, they won the trade or whatever. Browns won that trade. Like, they got a first, a second, a third, and a guy to be a stud pass rusher for them for the next half decade. Like, well, let me not say they won that trade. That's how you do a trade. When you trade one of the best players in the league, is you get someone that replaces them. Like, you think the Rams wanted to trade Jared Verse?
No, they wanted,
their initial conversation would have been absolutely not. What else can we do? And they're like, but they don't care. We want him.
They want Myles Garrett. They want to win now.
Right.
And you're a draft. You're a draft guy. You're a GM. You like this stuff. The goal of this stuff is to get Myles Garrett.
Sure.
That's the goal.
Sure.
The goal is to get Myles Garrett.
But once
Garrett
I've established,
nice player,
once I've established
Myles Garrett.
Once I've established that Myles Garrett is not going to be here, what can we do?
But
the answer is try our very best to replace him and get draft picks.
Did we establish he wasn't going to be there? I don't think that was established.
Well, they didn't have to trade him. They established it.
He didn't ask for a trade.
They established he wasn't going to be there.
Well, right. They
just kept him.
I mean, but it's the same thing with the Cowboys. I was talking to a coach last night. They still haven't replaced Michael Parsons. I didn't say that. He said.
Yeah. Well, you almost can't.
Well, I'm just
but
saying,
in that
but
trade,
when we
how great would it be if you made that trade with the Rams and you got Jared Verse back? Like, that changes that trade.
Yeah.
If you got draft picks and Jared Verse, even if instead of 2 1s, it was a 1, a 2, and Jared Verse, you did a way better job because you didn't replace him, but you replaced him. You got you a guy who, like, Jared Verse is going to make Pro Bowls. I'm sure he already has. Like, that dude's a baller. That's what I want back. If I'm going to trade you the best pass rusher in football, you're going to have to give me back the young, really good pass rusher that you really like and some picks, not whatever you got laying around.
Jared Verse is better than Kenny Clark is what you're saying. You'd rather Jared Verse than Kenny Clark. That's what you're saying.
Like, you don't have to make me say it like it's like I'm being mean to Kenny Clark, but yeah.
Okay.
Like, Jared Verse is a young, cost-controlled, really good edge player. And Kenny Clark could be a really good nose for this team, and that'd be good. But Kenny Clark, as soon as he got here, they sold us like, yeah, but Micah ruined our run defense. Well, guess what? Your run defense got worse with Kenny Clark. And your pass rush went to 0. So, like, yeah. I don't know why you want to make me say that to people. It's messed up, really.
Can I make you answer the question I asked at the end of the last segment? You two experts.
What was the question?
Is it 3-4? Is that what the good defensive play? Is that the best? I mean, is the scheme the difference? Is the scheme the thing, or is it players?
Well, so to me, and I'm going to preface with, I do not claim to be smart enough to like really be an NFL defensive coordinator or explain everything about any defense. I'm not that smart. But I am smart enough to know that it's not necessarily 3-4-4-3 because you end up in the same stuff a lot. It's what do I ask you to do from where you are? And I think in the case of a lot of these teams, they're shifting towards what we really want to do is take away big plays from people while being able to play the run. And we have to find the right balance for that. And listening to Christian Parker explain how they want to do it, I've usually been a fan of raise hell. Like the version of defensive tackle that Osa plays, what he's best at. Shoot gaps, raise hell, make problems for people. Because if you shoot a gap and break a play, but -4, you make a 4-yard loss. They're behind the chains now. But listening to him explain their preferred way, which is you'll probably have less tackles for loss, but you won't have a bunch of 11-yard runs and a bunch of 10-yard runs. And like, whoops, we tried to do something aggressive, and guess who wasn't home? Nobody's here now. Here we go. We're going this way. Like, I think everybody's just searching for the most consistent way to not get gashed. And, yeah, it seems like most of the teams that are the best at it right now are doing it from what they call a 3-4. So, yeah, I think that's probably the defense you want to be in.
I think for me, it's 3-4. Because what you want to get on the football field is the most versatile players that you can put on the football field. I think now that is where we're going. Because offenses now, running backs, tight ends, receivers, they're so versatile in what they can do. Hell, they even have, the 6th tackle coming in that could come out and play receiver. So I think the 3-4 and however they end up, to Jeff's point, I'm trying to get the most versatile guys in there. Right. And so, less of the big boys, more of the versatile guys that I can move around. And that goes back to that point of playing specific positions and the roles within that, what you're able to do. I'm able to get, again, Caleb Downs still stays on the field in the 3-4, but now he's at the nickel instead of having to be back at the safety. A more versatile player can play more versatile roles. I get them on the field. With that, it leads to me being able to make the plays that I need to make more often in a game than not.
Right. It's what frustrates me and why I'm so jaded sometimes is because I've been there so long. I've heard this. I remember when Parcells switched from the 4 to the 3-4. And I remember they got good again. When they drafted D-Ware and all that other stuff, and they got good again, made Greg Ellis switch. I remember the fight about, going from deeper in the outside linebacker. And then they changed back.
Because you're just hiring whoever you think is the best
and
coach
when
you can get.
They had a good 3-4 defense. Then they changed back. They went to Marinelli and they changed back. And then we're back to the same cycle. Oh, the 3-4 is the answer. Well, the 3-4 is the answer back in 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007 too. Then y'all changed back. For those same reasons, the versatility, the ends, the big guys outside, stopping the run. That's what was told. I heard this all back then. Now we're hearing the same thing now. And now we're acting like this is new freaking information. Who excited about they're going to be disguised? They're disguising. Who ain't trying to disguise?
Last year's Dallas Cowboys, last year's Houston Texans, last year's a lot of teams.
Come on. I've heard with Marinelli and all, it was a big thing about this. We've had these disguised conversations. Go ahead.
We disguised nothing last year. Cowboys stepping into new roles this year. I'm going to throw out a couple of names, and I want you to tell me if they're going to have a defined role on this team and if you're confident in what it is. And the first one is not going to be a sexy name. It's just one I'm curious about. Jaden Blue. Does he have a role on this team?
I'll let you go first.
Why not?
Does he
First of all, he has a role right now because they want him to have a role. And he's running second team at running back, at least from what we've seen. and they want him to have a role. You know, they have a vision for the players or the person. You gotta have a vision for the player and how you want to use him. And they have a vision for him. Can he hold up? Can he block? We'll find out. Can he be mature? Those are questions that need to be answered. But as of right now, they want it to work. And as long as they want it to work, they're going to give them opportunity for it to work. But in people, well, you just love Jalen Blue because he was a Longhorn. I watched him in college. I remember him coming out of high school, sat out his senior year. You know, he was a backup in college for a reason. I never expected him to come here and be the next Tony Dorsett or whatever else. I mean, he's a niche back, change the pace back. You have a vision for how you want to use a guy like that, and we'll see if it works.
I'm not sold on Jalen Blue. I know that there is a skill set there. I don't know if he meets that expectation this year. They probably would like for him to.
Hadn't his expectation gone to zero?
Huh?
Hadn't his expectation kind of gone to zero?
Oh.
Like, we're sitting here talking about it, and I'm being told Malik Davis is going to be running back too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I never bought it, and I don't have an explanation for why. I'm just like, I just don't see. I just don't think so.
I'm hearing more Phil Maffa than anything, right? So when you're talking about divvying up these snaps.
See, the problem is that we get out on people, and then we get in on people, and we have hopes for people. And we don't. Phil Maffa's done nothing, okay? But he's done nothing. He's been injured.
You've been around the locker room. What have you heard? They've talked highly about what
everybody talks about the potential of Maffa. We don't know what that is. All I'm saying is that, and we're out on because of the disappointments of Blue.
Have they talked more glowingly about what they want from those two backs? The conversation that you've heard around those two backs, at least I'll speak for myself.
Yeah.
The conversation that I've heard around those two backs, it has been more glowing and more interesting, and it better be, about Phil Maffa having a role more than Jadon Blue having a role.
I haven't heard the same thing, but I would say that the unknown is always more intriguing. And we have some known things about Jadon Blue that we're still out on, or we're still disappointed about from last year. And so we never really saw Phil Maffa. We know what the potential is. We know what the size is. We know we saw him rumble a few times. So if we can get him on the field, we think we can project in that what he can be. And so there's some excitement about what he potentially could be, but we don't know, and that's all I'm saying. And so people are out on Blue because of immaturity, because of disappointments from last year, because he got benched. And certainly Malik Davis did what he was supposed to do, did he was asked to do. And the thing about Malik Davis, which again we don't know about Blue, is Malik Davis can play on special teams. We don't know that Maffa can do that yet, And so until we find out, because that backup running back has to be able to play special teams and block and do some of those other things. And so that's why the question.
Not if you're getting 12 carries and 3 catches a week. Like if you're legit the rotating back,
right?
You're okay.
So I would think that there's a role for Maffa and Blue in that respect. Because Blue is the guy that's going to get the catches, right? If you're going to do that. And Maffa's going to be the guy that's, he may be the every down backup or whatever else because of his size. I think that if they're going to keep 4 backs, including the fullback,
Lipke,
it will be those two. They have a role for both of them, how they can use them. Again, a vision for the player, vision for how you want to use them. There's a vision for how you want to use Maffa that's different than the vision for how you want to use Blue. Just based on size alone.
The name we heard because George didn't show up because he had to take 2 weeks to get ready for a camp in Corpus or something. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Is that a defined role on this team? Or is that just, hey, look, we got to do what we're doing today?
I'm on the side that I believe that MVS will have a roster spot. And the reason why I believe that is he's not George replacement. Let me make that very clear. He's not a George Pickens replacement. He's not a CeeDee Lamb replacement. He's not a Ryan Flanoy replacement. What he is a veteran receiver who knows multiple offenses, and now he has the size that you would like to put in that offense. Because, to have another guy who's 6'3", 6'4" out there with CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, those are the type of targets that you as a quarterback, you like. Like the smaller guys, unless you're like Tyreek Hill and I know that you're wide open because you outran everybody else, that plays better into who the quarterback is. Dak Prescott likes those bigger guys, the bigger catch radius, the red zone presence, the middle of the field presence. I don't have to be as accurate all the time throwing the ball to these guys because of that. So I think MVS will have a role on this team as a rotational wide receiver, and to get Turpin back to what he was supposed to be doing in his special mode, not having him be the number 4, but having him be more of a primetime return specialist.
And I know what I was against it, but I was gonna say what your boy Meta said is Mingo. Mingo's out. Mingo's out.
Not a Mingo replacement. Mingo was
he's
never
T's and P's.
Huh?
T's and P's for Mingo.
What I'm saying is, but he's that other guy. He's the veteran guy that you hope Mingo could be. Big guy, make those tough catches, contested catches. Only thing I worry about MBS is his hand. You a big guy like that, catch the damn ball. Dak threw him a bad ball, but it hit him in both hands. He dropped it last week. And it was a bad pass, but it wasn't a great pass.
Sam Howell would have made that
you're
throw.
6'5", whatever else, get you in both hands, catch the damn ball.
Cowboys' explanation of how their pass rush is going to work. You buying? It's next. But first, I want to encourage you to come join us at WinStar. We're going to be at WinStar World Casino and Resort this Thursday. Our show, 11 a.m. Central Time, of course. We're going to be at WinStar, and we're going to be doing our show from the Cowboys Bar and Grill, and it is a good time up there. So we want you to go ahead and not work on Thursday.
Yeah.
Plus, if you're able to watch right now, you may be at work, but if you're able to watch right now, you're able to be at WinStar.
Come on.
Like, if you got that time at 11 a.m. that you can do this, you could be there. Come hang out with us at WinStar. Let's have ourselves a good time. You can probably go up there on Wednesday and find Jesse by the pool somewhere.
I'll be there.
Probably just track him down.
I'll be there.
Jam him up all day,
Just don't talk a lot.
Just beat him down with a bunch of Cowboy questions about the end of the roster.
I'm going to go spin this fake imaginary 100 that Clarence keep talking about I owe him. I'm going to put that on the blackjack table.
There you go.
If I double it, I'll give you some.
If he makes 200, you'll get your 100. I think that's a good deal.
It's a good deal.
I think that's a good deal. Put it on Texas Tech week 3 when Brendan Sorsby's going to be out there. You know what I'm saying? I guess you have to go.
Brendan's going to be doing his own bet.
Yeah.
Okay, he's the better.
Not anymore, sir.
No.
He was addicted.
He's addicted.
Sorsby, hit me up. I'll put the bets in for you, bro.
He went and got.
He was doing that already.
Yeah.
He was at other people making bets already. 9,000 bets.
He went to counseling. He's battling his addiction. That's tough.
Go to a school that got big time money with a big time millionaire can give you a great lawyer.
Yeah, shout out to the judge in Lubbock County who decided that the Texas Tech quarterback should be eligible.
He knew that he would not be able to live if he ruled the other way. That judge would have his house toilet paper. You remember you used to TP toilet houses back in the day?
Used to do that, yeah. That was a fun thing to do until people ratcheted it up and started egging things, which will ruin the paint on the house or the garage or whatever else messed up. Sign up to be a diehard also, alldls.com. You get a free t-shirt when you do that. So why wouldn't you?
20 on the yo!
Sign up now or else. It is the DLLS Cowboys Podcast. It looks like we're going to come up short of 211 likes, but we gave it our best try. If you could smash that button while you're here, you could do your part to try to get us there, and that would be nice of you. Cowboys' explanation of how their pass rush is going to work. Got a couple of things from Shoddy for you. Pass rushing as a group. Tell me about it, Shoddy. Who's going to do it?
Yeah, I'm going to start with Donovan Ezeraku going into year 2. There's a reason that we felt so highly of him last year, and then you look back at, knowing that he played the last number of games with some ailments. You go out and get a guy like Rashawn Gary, who I've been blown away by his professionalism, his leadership. He's a grown-ass man. You just watch him work, and he understands what work ethic takes to be a great player, and I'm really, really excited about that. Malachi Lawrence is picking it up really, really quickly. We're very excited about that. James Houston, there's a lot of guys, bringing T-Week back. And it is, we're going to go through this process. I'm very pleased with where we are. Marist is doing a great job for us at outside linebacker. He's had some really good rushes. Now, I say that, Todd, there's restrictions in OTAs of what you can do. Like, there's always a halo around the quarterback, but there's even more restrictions of it's not real football. It never will be real football. So I'm going to hold my praise, but I'm very pleased with the guys that we've added, and I'm pleased with the group.
All right, see, I'm a psychology guy, so I believe the order that he said the names in is the order that he expects them to be as pass rushers. I don't believe it's accidental the way that it comes out. You ask me about a certain thing, and it's whatever's just firing first.
Right.
And the first thing that fired for him was Donovan Ezeraku. The second thing was Rashawn Gary, although he kind of hit you with some Jack Sanborn stuff there on Rashawn Gary. He started with his professionalism and his work ethic, not his get-off or his athleticism. And then Malachi Lawrence and then James Houston, and then he was trying to just name the rest of the guys on the roster.
Yeah,
once
like
you finished with Houston. So he gave you the top 4.
Yeah.
He gave you the definitive top 3. And then James Houston was his first throw-in. And then he got to T. Wheat, and then he was like, Maris is on the team too. Let me throw him out there.
Let me say good things about everybody.
So the pass rush will be because we've got a group of guys, not because, which we heard this one 2 years ago too. Boy, now I tell you now, we got more. And when I say the more.
He said that last year.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Not 2 years ago.
But
He said that last year.
That's what I meant. Like, yeah. I'm counting this as, yeah, okay, that's what I mean. When you say, we got more than we've ever had at the pass rush, and we do. And I mean we got the people, how many people we got. And so it's going to be done as a group. So the second thing from Shoddy is more in that same vein where it's about individual pass rusher versus having a bunch of dudes hit me.
I think some of the best pass rushing teams that I know we faced, don't have necessarily one guy. It's easier to shut one guy down. One elite guy you can pay a lot of attention to, and it's better off when you're looking at Denver's, and obviously Benito put up big numbers, but I mean, they were getting 6+ sacks, I think, from 7 or 8 different guys of something crazy like that. And I really do think it's more of the unit. And that's what we're excited about with the depth that we feel like we have.
It does throw me off that he named a team the best sacking team in the league, and he named one that has one of the best pass rushers in football, but then but they also have other really good ones. Like, yeah, that's just probably what you want. Probably awesome, and then a bunch of good would be really good. But are you buying that they have enough? That what they have is enough to be whatever it is you think this defense needs to be?
Yes. Eliminate the contingencies. If Donovan Ezeraku plays better. Yes, if Rashawn Gary in this system plays better. Yes, if Malachi Lawrence comes in whatever role that he plays in, he stars in. But if Donovan Ezeraku is going to give you 2 sacks, you don't have enough. If Rashawn Gary is going to be the same Rashawn Gary when it comes to late pressures, 7.5, 8 sacks a game, then the answer is no, you don't have enough. If you're hoping and praying and wishing that Malachi Lawrence is going to come in and take the league by storm in a rotational role, then no, you don't have enough. But if Donovan Ezeraku goes from 2 sacks to 10, if Rashawn Gary has one of his best years and now his pressures are up and he's up there at around 10 sacks, then yes, you have enough. So you need the guys that you currently have to play above the role that they've been playing for your football team or in this league the last year or two. But if not, then you have to go out and you have to go get more help. That makes sense?
Yeah.
But my issue with enough and none of those guys have ever done it. Okay, so you're banking on guys to do something like number one guy Ezeraku. He's never done it. We're banking on guys having a career year doing something they haven't done before, ever been asked to do, to hit.
Right.
For them to have enough. And I want something proven. I would rather. The reason why you go after Max Crosby, that's proven. Reason why one of the coaches said that they still miss Michael Parsons because that's proven. And it just, like I would argue with Michael, like everybody said, well, Michael can't do it by himself, and we had Michael. Get him some help, okay? That was my issue. You don't have enough when you just got one guy. No, but your goal is to build a team and get him some help. Those Super Bowl teams have more than one pass rusher. Denver has more, as you're pointing out. Yes, they have Benito, but they have other 7, 8 guys getting 7 sacks. You need more help. You need other guys, and that's why, if the Cowboys could have continued to upgrade the pass rusher, you want them to do that, because there's some questions about what these guys have been and what they can be. And one prime example, Rashawn Gary, I don't know what he is, but I asked Rashawn Gary about him, and can he be that pass rushing guy? And I think he had this to say.
The pass rush and getting to the quarterback has been a focus. And can you talk about what you bring and how you can help this team get to the quarterback?
Yeah, film speak for itself, but, man, I'm a dog, man. I play with a lot of effort, cause a lot of pressure. I don't think nobody like to go against me. So, I'm just bringing, the same energy, same hustle, same mentality.
How does this scheme fit what you do? And is this something you did in Green Bay or is it different?
Yeah, getting back to the 3-4 scheme, I played it early in my career, something that I'm comfortable in. And, 3-4 scheme, up front, a defensive lineman got to, love it because it, gives you one-on-one. And being in the NFL, all you could ask is, put me on a one-on-one and let me go to work.
You guys watch tape. You've been watching football a long time.
Yep.
People scared to go against him?
No, but I think.
Is he a dog?
Yes.
He's a dog.
Yes.
And people are scared to go against him. Nobody want to go against him.
The way that I could say yes to that is not like there's not offensive linemen in the NFL aren't when you're getting ready to go against the Cowboys now or the Packers last year are not going to watch the tape and go, I don't know how I'm going to block that dude. But from the perspective of we're going to be out here all day and that's a big dude that's a little bit relentless. Like, I could see it from that perspective when he's like, you don't want to see me coming because you're going to be fighting all day. But if you're talking about we're lining up and I'm thinking, what am I going to do with this guy? I don't think that's true.
Yes.
But he can wear you out.
Yeah, I agree. No offensive linemen are having night sweats before the game going up against John Gary. But they realize, oh, God, I do this guy again today. And that's a
They might want a break of a 245-pounder come out there for a minute.
Yeah.
I
think that's the bigger difference. And again, in this league, there's only 4 or 5 of those guys in the entire league that if you went around the league and you ask left and right tackles, hey, you got to go up against so-and-so and so-and-so. And they're like, God, I wish he wouldn't play this week. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to you saying, oh, yeah, he's a good, we battle.
Yeah.
It's a battle.
It's a battle, but I'm built for the battle. I'm built for the battle. I'm 6'7", 330 pounds.
Yeah,
right.
I'm built for this battle.
The names that you're scared of are the names that, and an NFL player wouldn't use the word scared, at least not often. But the names that you're scared of are the ones that on day one of that practice week. Like, oh, they're going to have the running back on my side a lot this week, huh?
Yeah, right.
Oh, I'm going to have a tight end next to me all day, aren't I? Like, those are the ones that you're scared of. And this is very random. But I'm ADHD, so it's allowed. Because to that point of, like, you don't want to go against people, I saw one of the things that surprised me more than any football thing I've ever heard in my life. Because you guys remember John Randall for the Vikings?
Yeah.
Psychopath.
Yeah.
You would never hear out of his mouth, like, I don't want to go against somebody. Psychopath. And I don't even know what it was on, but I was watching TV and it just rolled on. And I'm like, John Randall said that? And he was talking about Larry Allen.
Of course.
He was like, you don't want to do that.
No.
He was like he's the one guy. He was like, when I play Larry Allen, you know what I do? I shut up and I tell everybody else to be nice. Yeah. Don't wake this dude up.
Players know. Players know. And real quickly, shout out to Overshawn, got married this weekend. Shotty was there. Scott Simon was there.
Who wasn't there?
Lunda was there. Mozzie Smith was there.
Nice.
Came in, Mozzie Smith. Not a lot of active Cowboys were there. Great wedding. His family, I posted a video from somebody sent to me.
Wait, he said he had to miss OTAs for the wedding, but Shotty was at the wedding?
It was over the weekend. He was preparing for the wedding.
Oh.
It's a process. But anyway, real quickly.
Well, I hope Barham starts in that spot.
Britt Brown was there. Everybody talk about Britt Brown. Britt Brown has spent a lot of time with Overshawn and got it ready.
Britt Brown loves the guys who work hard.
Yes, he works hard.
He does not love the guys who don't.
He did a little solo line dance. The man looks good, look healthy, man. He looks in shape.
And that's what Britt was there for. Britt was there monitoring the dancing.
His family did a whole gospel song before they sing, and Mama can sing. I mean, this is a great, wholesome family.
I really like Overshawn.
Yeah,
I want him to succeed. I
Was
really
Mugaletta
do.
there?
Huh?
Was Mugaletta there?
Why would he not be there?
Like, this is a good young man. Like, he's a really good young man.
Yeah,
I hope that he succeeds in all that he wants to do. Because he's just a good dude to root for.
Dude, man.
I don't need to acknowledge all the chats.
Yeah,
Sometimes I see things in the chat and I'm like,
let it go. Let it go.
We got a super chat.
You're not seeing what you thought you saw.
We got a quick super chat.
Do we have a super chat? No, we
already
already
hit
hit it. Oh, we hit everything.
Let's get 200, man. We had 198. Come on.
Oh, we got a chance. Hit the like button on your way out. Yeah. And Austin has a good point. Jeff's still salty about the word wedding. Yeah, Dave Hellman stole my birthday. I referred to it as my last birthday. It scared people there. They're like, what are you saying? And I was like, well, it'll be their anniversary from now on. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you tomorrow. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
We all silly like the mayor.